Well, Olivier Guita joins us now in the studio to talk more about the attack. He's a security and a risk consultant. Olivier, a very warm welcome to the programme. Did you see this coming, this attack?
Yes, very much so. I mean, since January, the French have been warning both Ivory Coast and Senegal that AQIM was on the lookout to perpetrate attacks in their country, specifically against foreigners and specifically against beaches.
So AQIM, who've taken responsibility for the attack, what's their modus operandi? What sort of message do they want this attack to send?
Okay, Al-Qaeda and Islamic Maghreb needed to be front and center because, as you know, the competition between Islamic State and AQ has turned short, and Islamic State has been getting the upper hand. As you mentioned, 3 attacks in 4 months, putting Al-Qaeda and Islamic Maghreb back on the map, targeting hotels because they've seen in Sousse, Tunisia, what happened after Islamic State pulled off an attacks, basically crippling the economy of the country.
How difficult, though, is it in some of these places that we're talking about where security services, they're already under pressure, and now they're having to deal sometimes with many disparate groups who may have designs on carrying out attacks just like this? How difficult is it to control a situation like that?
Look, it's quite difficult, especially in terms of means and in terms of deciding what to get. But the importance of the intel is vital. And the fact that, they've had 2 months, quote unquote, to prepare for such an attack is really important, that if you have landmarks and places that you think are potential targets for terrorists, especially with expats, you should up security.
One of our correspondents earlier was saying in Ivory Coast particularly, the economy's taken a turn for the better. Things are much more peaceful, generally speaking, and that people were genuinely shocked this attack happened. But from what you're saying, there's actually been plenty of intel that in prominent places, of which this is one, there was a decent chance something like this could happen.
Right. Unfortunately, it's human nature to say it happens to others, it's not going to happen to us. And as you mentioned, I think the fact that both Ivory Coast and also Senegal, which might be next, are countries that have been doing much better on the economy. And they're much more of a target because then an attack like this could have a negative impact on the economy.
So when you see, would you say that this is a pattern that's emerging here? Is this what you would expect to see? I'm asking you to look into your crystal ball here a little bit, Olivier, but is this what you expect to happen going forward as the security services grapple with getting the right intel?
Look, very much so. I mean, hotels are very soft targets. In order for Al-Qaeda and Islamic Maghreb to get media exposure, they have to attack expats. And literally what we've seen, 3 attacks, 3 hotels, expats, and ex-French colonies. That needs to be also underlined, the fact that AQIM has France as their main enemy.
Olivier Guita, thanks very much for joining us, Olivier, with your thoughts. Thank you.